Hey everyone. I'm excited to share how I scored 95 out of 100 on the REG exam. If you're preparing for the CPA exam and want a clear, practical study strategy, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did, step by step, from lectures to MCQs to simulations to revision and mock exams. So let's get started. I used Becker material for my preparation, and honestly, Becker was more than enough for me. Study plan overview. Here's exactly what I followed. First, I completed the video lecture of one full chapter. Second, I solved all MCQs for that chapter. Then I moved to the next chapter and repeated the same process. Now here's something important. I did not solve simulations after every chapter. Instead, I completed all chapters of one entire unit first. For example, I finished all chapters of Unit A with MCQs. Only after that, I solved all the TBS for Unit A, and then I moved to next unit. This helped me understand the unit as a whole, and it made solving simulations much easier. After completing all 6 units, I took the mini exams, and finally, I took the 2 full-length simulated exams. That's the overall structure. Now let's break it down deeper. Step 1. Scheduling your study first. Decide your exam date. Then divide your daily targets accordingly. Becker lectures are about 1.5 hours per chapter. I took 2 days per chapter. That included lectures and MCQs. You can adjust this based on your schedule. But one rule I strictly followed was this. I always completed the full lecture of a chapter before touching MCQs. I never studied half a chapter and then jumped into questions. Finish the lecture, then do MCQs. That made things much easier. Step 2. How I used MCQs after finishing the lecture. I reviewed the book and highlighted important points. Then I started MCQs, and I always turned off the timer. In the beginning, speed does not matter. Understanding matters. I carefully read the explanation for every question, even the ones I got correct. Sometimes you learn more from explanations than from the lecture itself, whenever I found a new concept, an important trick, or a mistake I made. I wrote it down in an Excel sheet. I noted the question number, the topic, and what I learned. This Excel sheet became my most powerful revision tool. In the final week before the exam, I did not reread the entire book. I only revised this Excel file, and it saved me a huge amount of time. Step 3. How I approached TBS after finishing all chapters of one full unit. Then I moved to task-based simulations. Again, I followed the same rule, read every explanation carefully, even for correct answers. Becker simulations often introduce small new concepts, and those are very important. And remember, I solved TBS only after completing the entire unit, not after every chapter. That bigger picture really helped. Step 4. Revision strategy. While studying new units, it was difficult to fully revise old units again and again. So what I did was simple. I watched old lectures at 1.75 times speed. Since I had already studied them once, it worked as fast revision. After completing the entire syllabus, I started serious revision. For chapters I could not recall properly, I watched lectures again at 1.75 times speed. Then I reviewed the book. Then my Excel notes. Then solved MCQs and TBS again. In Excel, I marked difficult questions as must make. During final revision, I focused mainly on those marked questions. That made revision very efficient. Step 5. Final practice phase. After finishing the syllabus in first revision, I retook the mini exams. I updated my Excel sheet with new mistakes. For further revision, I reviewed only book and solved only marked questions. 12 days before the exam, I took both full-length simulated exams. I solved all marked MCQs, TBS, and mini exams 4 times, and I took each simulated exam twice. My scores were 86 and 89 in simulated exam 1, 87 and 98 in simulated exam 2. By this stage, I had very little left to revise and my confidence was very high. Additional tips. There were many days when I didn't feel like studying. On those days, I used study music to rebuild focus. I've added the link in the description. Another major thing that helped me was this. I recorded my own short audio summaries in Hindi. After finishing a chapter, I recorded myself explaining the topic. In my own words, you can do this in your own mother tongue. Later, I listened to those recordings while walking or resting. It helped me recall entire chapters quickly. This was honestly a game changer. Final thoughts. Becker material is more than sufficient. If you follow a structured strategy, stay consistent. Focus on understanding, not memorizing. This is the exact strategy that worked for me. You can customize it to fit your routine. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this helps you in your CPA journey. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments. Good luck with your REG preparation. You've got this.